Welcome back to our special presentation with New Jersey Republican gubernatorial nominee, Jack Ciattarelli. Jack, welcome back.
Good to be here.
Jack, tell us about the business ties between New Jersey and India. There's a U.S.-India Business Commission. Would you keep that business commission if elected governor?
Absolutely, I would, and I would expand it. We need to increase our bilateral trade with a number of countries, India included. There's a great many of opportunities that can help us grow our economy here in New Jersey by working in partnership with India, and we certainly need to do that. And what I find so exciting about the South Asian community in particular is they're very entrepreneurial. They want to achieve the American dream by owning their own business, and we can help do that by fostering a closer economic relationship with India.
So Republicans always talk about getting government out of the way. How do you get government out of the way to help small businesses, whether they're owned by South Asians or any other demographic across New Jersey?
Well, 3 generations of Ciattarellis have been small business owners, so small business have a sweet spot in my heart. We can make it easier to start your business, easier to form it, easier to start it. I want to make the first $100,000 of business income for a small business in New Jersey tax-free. I want to make the first $100,000 of payroll exempt from employer payroll taxes. And I want to make the gain on the sale of family-owned business tax-free. If we do those things, which are all fiscally responsible, watch entrepreneurship take off here in New Jersey.
You want New Jersey to be an entrepreneurship state.
We really do. I mean, small business truly is the backbone of our state economy. You'll often hear that, but what it really means is if you add up the total number of people employed by small businesses, those mom and pop shops on Main Street and the like, they're the backbone of our state economy.
There's a major conversation going on in Washington about the SALT deduction, state and local taxes. Where do you stand on that?
This is a critically important issue because we do have the highest property taxes in the nation. We'll fix that when I'm governor. But until then, we want to be able to deduct on our federal tax return our state and local taxes, particularly since New Jersey is a donor state. What does that mean exactly? The amount of federal income taxes that we send to Washington is way more than we get back. And so I think this is a way for the nation to say thank you for us subsidizing 48 other states. We're 49th in the nation in terms of return on investment of federal tax dollars. We want to be able to deduct all of our property taxes on our federal tax return. That's why I'm so thankful to the president for his willingness to quadruple the SALT deduction.
We've seen the size of government under New Jersey grow and grow and grow, from Chris Christie's last years in office, all through Phil Murphy's, through the pandemic. How do you cut the size of state government? What are you going to cut?
So we're going to look at every single program in state government. Alex, I do believe our state government is bloated. I believe it's inefficient. It's up 60% since Phil Murphy took office 8 years ago, $22 billion to be exact. And you know, maybe if we no longer had the highest taxes in the nation, maybe if we didn't have law enforcement issues in our communities with nonviolent crime, maybe if there weren't flash mobs on the Jersey Shore, if our energy rates, electricity rates weren't skyrocketing, we might say, hey, thank you, Mr. Governor. But the fact of the matter is, we're up $22 billion, 60%, and nothing is better. Nothing is better. If anything, it's worse. So we need to downsize the state government. I really believe we can downsize it, reduce its size and cost, and in so doing, then lower taxes for New Jerseyans.
Immigration is a major issue. So many South Asians are legal immigrants to this country. They love this country. Talk to me about your immigration policy for both legal immigrants and illegal immigrants.
I've said from the very beginning that no town in our state should be a sanctuary city, nor should we be a sanctuary state. That only encourages illegal immigration and makes things all that much harder for local law enforcement to do their job and keeping our community safe. So I support the president and what he's done at the border. Illegal crossings are down 99%. My job is to keep New Jersey safe. The president is keeping the country safe. I'll keep New Jersey safe. No sanctuary cities. We will not be a sanctuary state, and we will support local law enforcement.
Now, Phil Murphy has his so-called immigrant trust directive. It handcuffs local law enforcement. They
It does.
can't cooperate with ICE. Is that gone when you're governor?
It's gone on day one. That's not something I need to help with the legislature. I can do that by executive order, and that is executive order number 1.
Okay. I think that when you look at some of the things that Governor Murphy has done, aren't you surprised sometimes how far left he's taken the state? Do even you get surprised at that?
I'm not, because he's not from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And this has been a challenge a number of times in our history where somebody comes here and decides to use our governorship as a stepping stone to try to get to Washington. I've served at every level of government, as you said before, municipal, county, and legislature, term limiting myself each time. I know what's going on here in the state of New Jersey, and I think that's a great benefit to knowing what change needs to take place in New Jersey. So I'm excited about winning this election and pointing us in a different direction for all New Jerseyans.
But we know that, I mean, both of us are born and raised in New Jersey. New Jersey's different.
It is different.
It's always different.
It is different. There's 564 towns. There's 21 counties. There's North, Central, South, and Jersey Shore. And yes, there is a Central Jersey. I live in it. So you need to know what's going on here in the community. I do.
New Jersey's governorship is said to be the most powerful in the nation. Do you agree with that? And what does that mean for you, the responsibility you would take on if you became governor?
It is a fact. By state constitution, our governorship is the most powerful in the nation, which gives me an awful lot of leverage. I do hope to have more Republicans sitting in our state legislature. That will make my agenda that much easier to accomplish. But if by chance the Democrats don't want to cooperate, I've got a lot of leverage, Alex, with the state constitution being what it is.
How do you, though, balance? It's another balancing act question between the power that you have to issue executive orders, but Phil Murphy did a lot of that during the pandemic, which you opposed, and working with the legislature, which might be a little bit more difficult. How do you balance those two?
It's all about leadership style. I take a very collaborative approach to involve people, to talk, to listen, and to arrive at a compromise if need be. But let me be clear. If there are things that I think are critically important to the people of New Jersey, things that I campaigned on and I'm not getting the cooperation of the legislature, I will exercise my executive privilege.
All right. Jack Ciattarelli, Republican nominee for governor of New Jersey. We will be right back with this special presentation on TV Asia.